Welcome to the second part of the video, how to teach English. Again, this video is meant for teachers only, and here the emphasis is given on what is the right way to teach alphabet. Generally, what people do is to immediately start teaching the alphabet without forming a context in the child's mind. So, there are some do's and don'ts while teaching alphabet. First of all, to give the child a sensory perception environment, we must show them how the alphabet looks both in the upper and lower case. This is very important. You can see in the slide that A is written in both upper and lower case. Next step is to show the students flashcards of objects starting with letter A. Now, the words should be clearly pronounced by the teacher, stressing on how the words are sounding at the start. Here we can see that there are 4 objects shown which start with letter A. That are A for apple, A for ant, and A for axe. Long gone are the days when we used to say A for apple and B for ball. That approach was not successful, and the reason is a letter in English may have different sounds, but to associate that with just one image or object is to limit the child's imagination. When we have more than one example, then the child gets the idea of the sound of the letter. Next step is to develop the recall and recognition skills of the children by creating various games of identifying the alphabet they have just learned. You can see that the students are required to find all the uppercase and lowercase A in both the games in front of your screen. You can create many more fun activities and games for your students for this purpose. One way is you can provide your students with used newspapers or magazines for identifying and circling the letters being taught currently. Right now we're practicing the uppercase A and lowercase a, so tell your students to look for these letters in whatever reading material they have. If you have sand in your playground, you can tell your students to write the letters in it. This can be done on wet ground also using wooden sticks, which you can find in the school playground. The idea is to make the students familiar with the curves of the letters because the lowercase alphabet has many curvy letters like A, E, C, S, R. So you can make your students practice in a fun way. You can also tell them to write the letters in air with their fingers. Another game is to use fingers to show the alphabet, and you can also tell your students that this is the way the deaf and dumb people communicate. Or you can play dumb charades of alphabet also. When the children are familiar enough with the uppercase A and lowercase a, it is time to teach them how to write it both in upper and lowercase. Now, there has been a debate about it for some time that why do we teach uppercase first and lowercase second? You can teach lowercase first and uppercase second because throughout our life we are going to use lowercase mostly. So, whatever works for you, you go for that. Print-rich environment gives context to the oral learning of students, which in turn reinforce what they have seen or heard. So, it is imperative to create a print-rich environment in the class. Following are some steps as to how you create it. First, put the pictures of the alphabet you are currently teaching and pictures of objects starting with it on your classroom walls, along with which you have taught already in a sequential manner. Next, make flashcards of alphabets and objects starting with it. For example, for H, you can make flashcards of hen, hand, handle, etc. Give those to your students so that they can make the connection between the word and the sound of the letter. You can also involve your students in this process by telling them to draw something that starts with the letter being taught currently. For example, while teaching C, tell them to draw the picture of a car after writing the letter 5 or 6 times. It will be interesting to the children. The finest one could take place of honor on your children's corner. Such a sense of achievement for a child. This whole process needs to be done with each and every alphabet. I know it feels tedious, but for the children to have a long-lasting recognition and understanding, it is of utmost importance. Now we will see what we should always avoid while teaching alphabet. For example, while teaching the alphabet I, you might give examples of ink, igloo, and ice cream. Here, ice cream is a wrong example because I in ice cream is giving out a different sound than the I in ink and igloo. It causes confusion and lack of clarity regarding the sound, so it should always be avoided. Similarly, let's say you are teaching the alphabet T and are giving examples of tiger, tent, tub, tree. Here, tree is a wrong example of T as it is not giving out a clean T sound like in tiger and tub. These things need to be kept in mind with every letter of the alphabet while acquainting the children with it. That's it for now. See you in the next video. Till then, happy learning.